Hello, I'm making this video today on the topic of the UK Red List. If you live in a country that is on the Red List, you are not allowed to visit the United Kingdom. If you are a United Kingdom resident who is returning from a Red List country, you have to stay in a quarantine hotel for 10 days and 11 nights. You'll be tested several times. You'll get about half an hour's exercise and fresh air a day. You'll be fed terrible food and be kept in prison-like conditions until the end of the 11th night, where if you have tested negative, you will be allowed to go back into society. And all at a cost of £2,285. So this is the current Red List. As you can see, it comprises of the whole of South America, parts of the Caribbean, Central America, a large percentage of Africa, and some other places. So what puts a country on the Red List? This took a bit of research because the government don't actually specifically say why they're putting any country on the Red List. They just do it. The criteria that I've found, having looked through an article in The Independent, is this. Does the country have a variant of concern? Well, from what I can see, all the countries on the Red List don't actually have any variants of concern right now. The major variant that we're being told about is the Delta variant, which started in India, but India is now on the green list. So clearly that can't be the determining factor. Does the country have high infection rates? Well, we can also see that the countries that have had the highest infection rates, the United States, India, the United Kingdom, Russia, France, are all on the green list. Brazil is the only country in the top 5 or 6 on the red list that have produced high infection rates. And the third factor taken into consideration as to whether a country goes onto the red list is, have the country vaccinated a large enough percentage of their population? And I think this is what it really comes down to, because most of the countries on the list may not actually have anyone dying or getting infected, but the governments have failed to vaccinate enough of their population. And this whole system is being managed by the current Transport Secretary, Mr. Grant Shapps, who previously said this.
Yeah, we know that double vaccinated or fully vaccinated people are much more likely to get and also carry the coronavirus. So there comes a point where there's a balance to be made by allowing people to see perhaps friends and family or even go on holidays to countries which are in the amber category, which are the vast majority of countries in the world. And that's where we've got to, based on the advice of Chief Medical Officer and others.
So we have a bit of a strange situation where the people who have been double jabbed are given free rein to go to any non-red listed country without being tested to go or to come back. But we're also being told that the main advantage of being jabbed is that you will have less symptoms than somebody who isn't jabbed. So let's play out a scenario. Person 1 is not jabbed. They get the infection, they get ill, they know that they're ill, they know to go home and isolate until they're better. Person 2 is jabbed. They get the infection, but because they haven't got any symptoms, they carry on living life, travelling to whatever country they want to, and spreading the virus wherever they go, and are then allowed to come straight back into British society. It almost sounds like the government are trying to create a super spreader event here. But maybe there's some part of this that I don't understand. Please comment if you do understand it. I personally cannot make any sense of the red list. I think it's having a massive damaging effect on tourism, home and abroad, and I'd like it to be stopped as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a good day.